Hey, my name is Richard, and today I'll be showing you how to organize and make your program easy to read. So first thing you always want to do is go onto the main tab and configure your motors. And this is really helpful because later on when you're programming, it helps having your motors labeled on this program, because instead of having to go back to your robot and look to see where they're plugged in, this makes it a lot easier. So under the main tab, you're going to double click config. This should pop up, and right here it's going to ask for motors in the motor description, and they're all labeled 1 through 10. On my robot, I'm only using 4 motors, and that's because the 4 motors are for the drive itself. So I already labeled mine 1, 2, 9, and 10. So left front, left rear, and right front. Right. So you're going to label yours accordingly to how yours is set up, and after that you're going to hit OK. And for operator control, we're going to make a tank 4 motor, since I'm using 4 motors. And under the motor number, left front motor, it's going to, the drop down arrow, it's going to show you the motor 1 through 10. And as you can tell, 1, 2, 9, and 10 are labeled because I configured them just now. So left front motor is going to be 1 because it's labeled left front. Left rear 2, right front 10, and right rear 9. Right, hit OK. And now for the autonomous, let's make a simple forward, backwards, and then spin autonomous. So under outputs, we're going to get 4 of these motor modules, and that's 4 because we have 4 motors. So 1 is going to be positive. Both 1 and 2 are positive. 9 and 10, negative. Hit OK. And now we're going to add a wait time. So these modules are going to turn the wheels for a certain amount of time until, so let's see, it's going to 1,000, so that's a second. So it's going to go forward for a second and then go into its next program. So now let's paste this under here. And now this is going to go backwards. So 1 and 2 are now negative. 9 and 10 are now positive. And this will allow it to go backwards. And now we're going to get another wait time. 1 second, or it can be anything, 2,000 for 2 seconds. Okay. And now let's do the spin program. So for spinning, all the motors are just going to be set to negative. Right? This is one way you can do your program, but it's not the best way because, as you can tell, it takes up a lot of space. And later on, when you have more programs and more things for your robot to do during autonomous, it's gonna jumble up really cramped. So one way you can fix this is by creating user functions, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So for the forward, let's copy these 4 modules. Alright, and up here on the function block panel, it's going to be listed as user functions. So you're going to right click on that, add new function. The name, you can call it forward. Okay, and hit OK. Now you just paste your program on there, and now it's all just organized in one function block. So, and they're listed on this side on to the left. You can just drag this forward onto your program, hit OK, and there it is. It only takes up 1 line instead of it taking up 4. Really neat, and all you have to do if you want to edit it is double click on forward over here, and it opens it up on a new tab, and you can go in, change the motor number if you need to change something, you did something wrong. It's really simple, easy, and it's really it keeps things organized. Okay. But you still have this wait time right here. So I'm going to show you how to make user functions with arguments. Alright, so let's copy the backwards one. And let's delete this wait time. Now we're going to add a new function. Call it backwards. It's spelled that way wrong. Backwards. For type, under the argument list, you're going to want to hit short. And for the name, you can call it auto. Back. Alright, and hit OK. And now you just paste this onto there. And to get rid of that wait time, you're going to add something in this function that you didn't do on the previous function. So under the program flow, you're going to add a wait time. And instead of typing in 1,000, you're going to hit this drop down arrow and add variable. And as you can tell, it says auto back on this. So just click that, hit OK. And alright. Now we can just drag backwards over here under forward, and it's going to ask for an argument. So let's type in 1,000. Second. Okay. And yeah, that's the way you can get rid of the wait time block right here instead of it taking up another space. So let's delete this wait time. And for the spin, I'm going to show you how to import functions from other programs you may have saved. So assuming your robot is set up the same way, same ports, everything's plugged in the same, you can import functions from other instead of having to recreate them and stuff. So let's delete this. And under the user functions, it's just right click and it's right under add new function. So click add existing function. And you're going to, I'm browsing for mine. So depending on where you have yours saved, you're going to look for it in that file. So mine are with functions, hit OK. Search. And this is the function I want, the spin function. So I hit add. Once you have it selected, hit add, close. And now you can tell it added it to my functions list over here. So now I can just drag this over here, hit OK. And let me show you how to make that argument for these two, the spin and the forward, since backwards is the only one. So we're going to go over here, click forward, right click, edit definition. And for the type, it's going to be short, name, auto, forward, hit OK. And this is going to pop up. It's just going to say that the name has been changed, and then it's going to reflect throughout the project. So hit yes, it's just going to change the name throughout the project. Autonomous. And you can see right here, you just double click and it's going to ask for an argument. Type in 1,000. But there's something we forgot to do, so forward. Oh, it's already opened. You're going to add your wait time. You're going to delete that 1,000 because what you want is the variable. So add forward, auto forward, I mean. Hit OK, and there you go. And as for the spin, we're going to do the same thing. Open, program flow, wait. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I forgot to do something, didn't I? Yep. The spin, edit definition, long, no, a short type. The name's going to auto spin. Hit OK. And again, it's going to ask that the name is going to be changed throughout the whole program. Hit yes. And now we're going to add that wait time. The auto variable. For the add variable, you're going to hit auto spin. So just hit the drop down arrow. I'll get rid of this 1,000 right here. You're not going to need that. Hit OK. Now it's just add your argument. So let's do 2000. Hit OK. And yeah, it's the same thing we did earlier, but it's condensed into 3 lines instead of it taking up like 12, 13 lines like it did previously. It's really neat, easy to go back in and fix if you have any problems. All you have to do is double click the functions on the side. So let's say I want to fix backwards, double click it. Here it is. Let's say this is supposed to be negative. You hit negative. It's easy to fix. And they're all organized under the user functions right here. And it's a lot neater, clean, like I said. So yeah, thank you for watching.